Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new video. This time I want to talk about the problem I'm facing with a lot of the push in or just the new easy to build miniatures. So they're really easy to build, but I always I'm facing a lot of problems with the gaps. I try to clean up the joints, but it's been quite tough to cover all or to avoid all the different gaps that I'm finding out of this from this miniature. So the point is I have to end up doing more work at the end than normal miniatures. I don't like to give, for example, this gap here for me, it's a problem, okay? So we need to go and start using some green stuff. I try to use the liquid green stuff, it's easier, but at the end this means that I'm doing more work because I need to do some additional preparation. Normally I don't have that much problems on regular miniatures. So I would like to know if you're facing the same type of problems with all these push and fit miniatures, right? Because it's a little bit annoying. These are supposed, I guess, if most of the people maybe don't care about if there is a gap there, but for me it's really annoying. So and here you see there was this small gap. I already glued this guy to avoid having gaps here, so I really attach very tight there, but it's impossible to avoid completely to have gaps. This is one of the really, I spend time, I try to avoid gaps, but at the end I realized that this gap, no one I was going to paint it because I want to do a tutorial on that, and I find the gap. So I'm just doing this video to share my experience that there is here room for improvement. So there is here I think Games Workshop needs to improve this type of problem we have with these miniatures. You can solve it quite easily with green stuff, and with the paint job will be quite dissimulated, but at the end it's annoying that you need to do that. Here we have this one, it's much worse, and I try to push it as much as I can. You have to use glue. At the end I recommend, for example, for this one, here there is another tip. I recommend to use glue. The glue will help to minimize the gap. So I will do like that. I will put plastic glue. Okay. Now we have this problem that the arm is falling, so I will put it back. But you have to put glue here, here, okay. So we need to put the arm back, and this is going to be a pain. And this is the same miniature I was just. Okay, and now we need to push it quite hard, because this arm also move away. Okay. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it tight. I will take a clamp and keep it clamped. Okay, so you see, even though this is another one, you see here the big gap, so I also recommend to use glue there. This one is very well done because it's covered, so I guess the joint is going to be another place. But this one, it's also another annoying joint, so I try to open a little bit, go with the glue. Let me open a little bit more. One is I want to avoid to open too much, that is falling everything apart. Okay, luckily now I break my knife. Okay, and now we close it again. We are going to use a clamp. Okay, to hold this part in position. So in that way, when the glue is gluing, will act as a sealer. So Yeah, although they are push fit miniatures, this was glued, you see. Here I will need just to put, and even though here the joint is quite nice and as well here, you see there is still a gap there. Then I will use a little bit of, and these are the evocators, by the way, from the starter kit. I bought some more on eBay just to complete the squad. This is why. Okay, so I try to put this, and now with water, this can be very well thinned down with water, this green stuff. Okay, you spread it to avoid that you are clogging. You have to be careful not to clog any detail when you do that. But you see, sometimes it's better to do maybe. Okay, we'll dirt and everything, but it's not a big deal. Okay, and the point is, when you put the primer, all these things are more visible. So this is what you see the miniature prime. Okay, I have here some with water. My green stuff is a little bit dry. This is why you see that it's making this type of. It's quite all my green stuff. But if you use water, you can dissolve it again. Okay. And let's see the last one. Okay, you see this is quite a good one. I think this is the best one. And because I don't know, no, I have no plug glue, so this one can be just solved by using glue. Let's take the knife to open. No, it's glued. This one is glued, I think. I don't know. So, okay, let's do another thing on this one. So we are going to just on the just the thin. Okay, but this is part of the pain I'm facing with a lot of these evocators. You also have the same problem with the Incantor. Incantor have also a big gap there. And it's quite annoying because it's on the top of the shoulder part, one of the most visible part of the miniature. So you want to really work it. Here is going to be less visible because we have the work on the hammer. But anyway, I will try to dissimulate it a little bit. Okay. And these parts are difficult to sand, so you have to really use water and clean up. It works almost like a thick paint. Okay, so now we wait. But this, I just want to make this video because I'm quite annoyed with how this goes. I think they should. I want to show you an example of, I think, when they make it better. Okay, let me close this. I have all these guys here in my drawers next to me. This guy, I think here they really improve a lot. Okay, this is how you have to do it. These have not visible gaps. Okay, this guy, and I think that the trick was because the shoulder pads were put on top, so you can dissimulate very well. Of course, I have to remove this flash here. Okay, I do also mistakes, but overall this guy is much better. Now I'm going to prepare to do the tutorial on, most likely on the evocators, because are the ones that have more votes for this month. So this is just a short video to show and to talk about the gaps and a couple of tips to avoid these gaps on the middle. You see now it's much closer here in this one. We don't almost the gap is not going to be visible once we paint this guy. Okay, So that's all for this video, and yeah, just also I would like Games Workshop take a step here and make and improve the push fit miniatures. That's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.